The other big story, of course, unfolding throughout the country has to do with COSATU's nationwide strike. A number of people expected to take part of this picket, with COSATU pushing back against the country's rampant unemployment rate and, of course, asking for a moratorium to be placed on retrenchments. It's a strike, as I mentioned, taking place nationwide. So let's touch base with our colleagues in Cape Town, bring in Corbin August live to us there from the CBD in Cape Town, watching those developments. And Corbin, help us understand perhaps the sentiment where you're at. We've seen, of course, a number of people pushing back against even just the cost of living in places like Cape Town.
Well, good day to you and to the viewers, Ayanda. Yes, indeed, we are at one of the locations of COSATU's nationwide strike. Of course, here in Cape Town, they are at Hanover Street in the Cape Town CBD. And we have seen members from various unions affiliated to COSATU who have come through to show their support and to participate in this day of action for COSATU. Of course, as you indicate, they'll be demonstrating against the high cost of living, rampant unemployment, protesting against crime, various issues that COSATU and its members will be raising and will be marching for here today in the city of Cape Town and also nationally. But let me pause there and let's bring in COSATU's Western Cape Secretary, Melvin de Bruin, to talk to us more about their plan of action here in Cape Town today. Melvin, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning to your viewers and listeners.
Right, Melvin, let's just talk about your plan of action here today in the Cape Town CBD as part of the National Day of Action.
Yeah, COSATU has called this day, and I think it's a date that we normally have every year on the 7th. We'll be calling on our workers to come here in the numbers, to go to the parliament, to go to the legislature, to express our disappointment in how government is dealing with the poorest of the poor. What we've seen currently in our country, we see the major job losses, the bloodbath that our workers are confronted with. We've seen the crime in our areas, and we have the view that government is doing enough. We see the cost of living going up every day, and the workers are the ones that feel the brunt. So we say government should do more. They should come to the party to create more jobs, to secure areas, have gender-based violence be resolved and addressed in the workplaces. So those are some of the core issues that we are raising here today. But overall, the question is about the austerity measures. You've seen job losses, you've seen what's happening with the public sector workers that are still struggling to get a decent increase. So the austerity measures is not helping us. It's really affecting the working class the most.
Right. Now, when you talk about the job cuts and the job bloodbath, we know that your plans now are afoot to slash the teaching posts here in the Western Cape by around 2,400 teachers. Just COSATU's latest update on that situation.
Yeah, what we're saying is there will be a memorandum that goes to the provincial legislature, and that memorandum will talk to the question of the job cuts in the teachers. We are saying to the DA government that it's a very ill-informed decision to want to disburse over 2,400 teachers. We've seen the matric rate, the outcome that where we are as Western Cape in terms of matric results. We've seen the classes, the sizes of the classes that teachers will have to will have to cope with over 50, 40, 60 kids in a class. Come 2025, when they dismiss those workers, we'll have classes of over 80 learners. And who will be affected? Our people. We've already got the challenge of learner placements. Up until today, there are still learners that fail to find a place in a school. But now they still want to introduce the dismissal of teachers. And we are saying no, we are opposing it because there is a budget in this province to pay for that. If the Premier in 2019 have decided to take money from education and health, over R1 billion, to use it for safety and security. And today the same DA government is now dismissing LEAP officers, they are dismissing law enforcement officers.
Right. Now, Melvin, we also have a new government of national unity in place now. Now, since that new administration has been established, what is the relationship with COSATU, and what's your view on the impact that they have had so far in this new administration?
I don't see any difference with the so-called GNU, but of the view that you already see what the GNU is doing, that the Minister of Education can undermine the President of this country. Never happened. It didn't happen before, that when the President signs a law, then the Minister of the Department is not here. So it just shows you that GNU, will it work for the working class? We're of the view that no. You have a DA that calls himself part of the GNU, but they're against the national minimum wage. They are against labor law. They want to slack the labour laws because they're more worried about business and not the working class. So the GNU is not really working for us in its current form.
And then, Melvin, just take us back to today and the plan of action here today. So we're starting here now at Hanover Street, and then just what's the rest of the program looking like?
Yeah, what we'll do, we're starting here from 10:30. We're going to move down Darling Street, left into Edley Street to the legislature. We're going to hand over memorandum to the Premier. From there, we're going to go to National Parliament, where we'll hand over memorandum.
And are you expecting anyone specific to receive these memorandums with your grievances?
We've sent a communication to the Premier for him to accept the memorandum. And he responded to acknowledge our communication, but he was of the view that he can't make it because he'll be busy. But we are telling him today that he is in the legislature today, where by the time we are there, I think there will be a lunch. He must come out and accept the memorandum. If you want to lead the people, you're saying you call yourself a leader of the Western Cape, why is he afraid to come and collect the memorandum? We will be going to National Parliament, where one of the ministers, there's confirmation one of the ministers will collect the memorandum. And that's what we're saying, we want senior people to collect the memorandum because there's a serious budget that we are dealing with.
Melvin, thank you so much for your time. I think we'll leave it at that, but please don't go too far. We'll try to catch up with you for more updates later in the day and also maybe get some Afrikaans.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, of course, that was COSATU's Regional Secretary here in the Western Cape, Melvin de Bruin, just giving us a bit of an idea of what their program is looking like as part of COSATU's National Day of Action. From here, they will be proceeding to the provincial legislature, where after they will also be moving to Parliament, where they will be handing over the memorandum with their demands and their grievances. Of course, COSATU is demonstrating against the high levels of unemployment, high levels of crime, and also the inequality and various other issues that they will be taking to the Parliament and taking to the national and the provincial legislature during the course of today. Back to you, Ayanda.
All right, Corbin August, thanks very much indeed. We'll certainly be keeping up with you throughout the day as we keep up with that leg of the march. Corbin August live to us there from Hanover Street in the Cape Town CBD.